guys, it's been a little while since I last uploaded a vlog, but a lot of things have been going on, and yeah, mainly good things, but some bad things along the way, and that's what's inspired me to come back and kind of make a video about this, and that is the importance, the significance of embracing it, embracing the chaos, embracing yin and yang, embracing the dark and the light, merged in together, It took me a while to get to that point, though. And I don't struggle with it at all anymore, because it's just become my normal system. Which is really interesting, because I have a Libra moon, and Libra energy, it runs off scales and balance, equilibrium. That's the key word that's been floating around in my head a lot for the past 2 days. Equilibrium. And I don't know, I've always kind of had a side to me that understands Libra energy, because of my Libra moon. And I have a podcast about the 7 dual signs, dual planet and dual polarity signs, and the 7 of them, oh god, I hope I didn't screw this up. It goes Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Pisces. So if you guys wanted to check that podcast out, I'll leave the link at the end of this video, in the annotations, the end screens, and I'll also leave it down in the description. But Libra energy, the sacredness of Libra energy, and why it's so beneficial to understanding the polarity between the polarity that it offers out into this universe, is mainly centered around outweighing the pros and cons, and understanding that everything needs balance, and in order for everything to go well in life, you need to embrace the balance of everything. So I've always kind of ran on this system. I always have most situations in my life, if I was in some kind of harsh situation, I would list all of the pros and all of the cons of that situation. And this system that I built for myself helped me determine whether or not it's worth entertaining, it's worth pursuing, it's worth fighting for, no matter what it was for. So, for instance, if it was a friendship or something, if it was for a job, for a relationship, for love, for something like that. I would always think about the situation in an objective way. I would analyze maybe a relationship that I was in, and see, is this person giving me everything that I need? Am I giving more to them than they are giving me? And if the answer was that I'm giving more to them than they are giving me, like, it didn't make sense in my head to keep the relationship going when I was giving, and I was being met with nothing in return. So if you can extend that out to like every area of your life. So what I mean is, if most things are going well in your life, and there's some bad, or if it's like an equal balance, then suffering doesn't really make sense in that scenario. But if you are experiencing more bad than good, then the only logical next step is to either change the bad thing that is happening in your life, or embrace the darkness of it. And that's where my Scorpio wisdom comes from, I guess. I guess you could call it wisdom. I don't know. Embrace the darkness. It's okay, and just know that one day, because darkness doesn't last, just like there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, Darkness always turns into light eventually. You can be in a dark room, but you can turn on the lamp or something. Every dark night, like every dark night, every night is followed by a day, The moon has its cycle, and the sun comes out after the cycle of the moon is finished. And this is like nature's and the universe's poetic way of showing us that darkness is temporary, and not even like the worst night lasts forever, And people often admire like the moon, but there's so much beauty in the sun as well. Like, obviously there's nothing alluring about the sun. Like, it doesn't have different phases. It's just a big ball of fire that shines on us. But it gives us amazing sunsets. The divine masculine gives us amazing sunsets. And the divine feminine gives us amazing summer nights, The divine feminine gives us amazing summer nights. And it's the ruler of our emotions, So yeah, that's what I've really learned from everything that I've been through in my life, And I've been meeting some people, like one or two people that have really been a mirror for me, to reflect back to me. To remind me of everything that I've been through. I have a friend who recently lost her father, and the timing that this happened. I think it was like a month and 9 years after, hold on. So my dad died 9 years ago, coming this October. And her dad passed away last month. Because now we're in October. So, yeah, like, everything about, like, there's so many details about her situation that I resonate with, you know, like, I lost my dad when I was 19, and she did too. She has too. So that was hard for me, and I know what she's going through, but it's so strange because even though I know what she's going through because of my own memories, I still can't tap into that pain because it's gone. So it's just like, maybe I'm the mirror that she needs, because I know that right now she's in a very dark place, just like I was. But eventually I came back to myself, and I came back to my strength, and I came back into my power. So I feel like it's kind of poetic in its own way that we met around this time, where she's feeling so lost, and it's like, I don't know, like, basically what I'm trying to say is that, like, every dark situation that you will face feels like it's gonna last forever, and like that's evident in like patterns and history repeating itself, and people that connect that have gone through the same thing. It feels like it's going to last forever. Just like, oh, will this day ever end? People have always said, will this day ever end? Will this night ever end? When will I get to the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? But it's always there. Sometimes it takes a lot of spiritual work to get there. I mean, a lot of work. Spiritual work to get to the end of the tunnel. I was thinking literally to get to the end of the tunnel. To get to the light at the end of the tunnel. But healing specifically, I meant. It takes a lot of spiritual practice and work to get to a higher vibration again. And you're going to keep on going through, like, dark times, you know? But the point that I'm trying to make is that you have to, like, learn to dance with that. You have to learn to dance with all of the darkness, you know? Like, you have to learn to dance with, I mean, you have to learn to come to terms with the fact that, you know, you're going to suffer again, and you're always going to have more trauma to deal with, because as long as you're alive, people and things around you are going to change that you don't want to change, but it's going to happen, and you need to, like, learn to be prepared for it. And yeah. So once you master that, once you master spiritual work and just getting through it, it just becomes Like it just becomes so normal. And that's where I'm at right now, you know? Like, obviously there are things that mess me up a lot. And I know that the people in my life know how bad. But it doesn't feel as heavy as it did, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. Like, if you were to talk to me about anything 4 years ago even, I had no coping mechanism. Like, I mean, I did have a coping mechanism, but it wasn't the best one. Because I was still miserable at the end of the day. But even right now, with dark situations in my life, I can still, like, not let it affect me so much to the point where I can't get out of bed or something, or I can't eat well, or I resort to self-destructive habits. I just don't do that anymore. So, yeah, that's the video for today. I hope it helps somebody out there. Subscribe, like this video, and have a lovely day or night. Bye, guys.